You better quite chance. If you papa saw no so pay a kutu.
Says I did, wouldn't mean just yet that.
In fact, because you and your friend will be say, or more, yes, or be or babema, or more.
There be men probably a babema, me peracubro beton. Me racubro banana and pento. Mon fa racubro betum rami.
No, Ghana. Thank you, Brad.
I love your buttocks. Bring your buttocks. But Professor Bakubino accounts your fence. Professor Sibiki Kahun. Moto, and I may pe moto. A penny for women you now go claim her pa. What will claim? Rakubro Bay, GS also had yeah. Sir, why? And look, me Matrasi over the weekend. Adoso, this LGBTIQRSTWMKZY Matrasi over the weekend. Now watch this. When him say there where shall say man penny that Rollins in Meraso won't kai wa ho. Go and check. Go check it. 1998, after the 6th match of a Penita Rollins in UK. Ofi Obayano, and Obasi call UN General Assembly. And a Fox News for interview, no. Okache one said that will be over my dead body. The discussion of gayism and lesbianism. That will be over my dead body. Journalist Lipeso, we said the next question. I said, please, clear off. Clear off. Ebedu J for time. Sir, what kaya? Emra, Neyiri, Honorable Yao, or Safuma Fuya. The first chief of staff of J. Kufuor, La Ila Ila Bismillah Rahman Rahim, Jacob Echebi Lamte. They went to UK. Queen invitee J. Kufuor. Na ofrantema adwene si adwene so entema na ofrane na din no. Ena ma Teresa so sufra adwene si adwene so. No okuta enyini kente e won nsabo nkum so. Check the pictures. Asa gra guy be a friend something Bruce our BBC. Ebusa J Kufuor no born minim I want to say this. I'm a man. My wife is also a woman. I am not ready to have a man as a wife. And my wife is not ready to have a woman as a husband. The discussion on gayism and lesbianism is not part of my governance. Simple. Bam. Then it got to Professor Mills. Professor Mills or Kanfanti Ossi. Minianum. Emi Mara Fifi at a Mills. So your besan quoting a wapada was a man. A man yet Yensikana Yazayo May ya. One for Wosker. I don't know. My former producer, Lista work with your father, Honey Castle, Fauske. Professor Messi say, oh boy, Sawala was scared, no what's by man, no what's your mayor, and one ala, one for one scare. Being on where being, Bessia, on where Bessia, baby, I heard the mother, ye hear what Ghana ha, cry, one for scare. And a bedroom John Mahama so, and no coffee, the top notch gay activists. Adam for no launching the book. Follow me. Follow me. I am taking you somewhere. My first coup d'etat, written, authored, edited, launched, and produced by former President John Dramani Mahama. And he brought in that man. That is when the whole thing started coming up. Na beye pa ufa bokuma pa nimfa pa obanu kwa pa usi ha pa na nkofo hu sa kwan da Ghana ho bako era sha sien kakran kakra. That time, no, don't forget, sir. No, my one said the whole West Africa now on conference, no, by Ghana in 2012. We went to me and mama yet. Before 2012 conference now, we yeah one drink on Baba Greater Accra. Now we want planning a Western region Takrade, your Bronubi Hoya Flower, Anaji Hotel, no me modin. Eti Wakwaji Hotel no, any decline, ya can the men cut that. Ewom. Eti gay for no, the gays, the LGBT impending for, they came from Australia. Now watch this. TNA. Don't forget, sir, 2011. Where what they say, Wabaya Sa conference now, and my Professor Mills, Ekasatia, yeno. TNA. Why what this obey sa conference no attack rade. I will interview Professor Mills. Oh no so bad Ghana or tire mu kire won said no. Go back to their scripts. Anyone petition now. Woman de kwa America no. One someone what can say? They've had support from the Australian embassy. They've had support from the Australian embassy. The then ambassador, directly or indirectly, non-supported this idea. No, he passed a very funny comment. The answer film. Na asesano. Says I'm Remy. Ya de Kwame Ketwa. Australian ambassador no host is your friend of Kwame Ketwa. When I'm leading the man, no. Madam, when I know what they call me by. Now watch this. 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. In Fiancro on. Kwame Ketwa by. And Obe organize the first ever gay den Australian ambassador no Okrumano. Be share san near mano. I say do to try pictures and invite him for time I post for bufu yeah and on the ground. Those of you on TV and on Facebook, you will see him on a chant tomato there at Tarim Finfi. Shall yes, san near mano. So obey promote gayism and lesbianism here in Ghana. Now, if he John so bad, now I say ya na ye hiaska. Ya na ye ho che yen. Na na do betuamu.
Fellow Ghanaians.
Ni ye kwaje besia. Ni ye jebesia. Ni ye jebesia. Let me tell you, bisa parliament, bisa WMP. Say na ya besia no ye de kwa wo de man ya na. Ha? Nana do aban we abo besia che any government in the whole of Africa. Opa check record no.
I shall protect the public purse.
When
I shall protect the public purse.
Aban we. Me MPP aban.
Fellow Ghanaians.
Wa bob besia. The last 5 years imu any government in the whole of Africa check the record. Hey, ya bro besia ne sa. But somebody should tell me. Besia bebrebe na ye gi ye no. Ye da dey. Yey. Besia pa ya bonu krom ha no. Oko kai so ya bob besia ni tuaka. But ya can increase. Yes, so ya bob besia ni di kotua besia dada nsi ho.
Fellow Ghanaians.
And Dr. Mohamed Baumia ka kire yen say. Say ye 30 billion pa. 30 billion pa. Ghana your problems nyina. Ebe ende. Say we are almost 300 billion. Dr. Mohamed Baumia, you are an economist. More than 100% increase of what you told us you can use to fix this country.
When
COVID, Pacho 2017 na COVID wo. COVID 2018 na COVID wo. COVID 2019 COVID na wa ye 2020 me da say na COVID no o man hu ye hu wi ase. In any case COVID nko ya nye sika almost $3 billion e COVID ho.
Fellow Ghanaians.
COVID who sika ba $3 billion. And yes it is $3 billion.
Africa
is Saudi no to nchen. Now Fabisi bebreba ya bona. Go to Ashanti region. Akwanda dada na gu ho. Eastern region, Western region, Central region, Greater Accra, Volta region, Northern region, Bronga Hafo, Upper East, Upper West, everywhere that you go. Akwanda dada, school dada, and Yamafo, and Yamatantantan, Greater Accra will be the cleanest in city in the whole of Africa. Yakwaji Wusika, it remains the same. And pa. But I'll bring you a list. Now I check it date and time. I aje besia. No we busa ho sa. Besia na aye no. Aya na ye de yeden. Tie mama ncha wade. Sa won koka say. Fix the country ya. Then nipa ntiase. Na mo amu ye lucky. Say 21st September no. Na ye launch sankofa. Entimentimi ankwata krade. But tamale de. Mijinem. Ye kwatamale. Now watch this. Say wo hwe say wo koka say fix the country ya. Nem penifo bi ti baby. Say fix your attitude.
O sisa opina.
Me da say. But hear me o. Say see ya ye wodan mu hai.
Onua.
Ye nyina ya ye wo hai.
Ye dwene mu wo.
Godwin on jumping red light.
Onua.
Winifred on jumping red light.
Onua.
About yourself for say.
Onua.
Yeah. Daniel on two ball and two form.
When
That him address Antoine wa kwasha what e be gina hai.
Onua.
On kwati nteso to form. Me gina hai. Me kwahwe nso ngu gatam.
Onua.
Ba busa ho say.
Onua ma chi o.
Baby amete no. Se sie ya menye bibia basabasa no. Me kwan na ya fix it. Ma me pampanifo nyina acha otie na me hwe ya jimia me ya jimi kura anye fe. Ya jimia me ya jimi kura anye fe biom. Ghana fo ya jimi no anye fe biom. Ya jimia me ya jimi kura atan.
When
It's when you so fix your attitude. Nonsense.
O sisa opina.
Akwala kitwa afen over 6 months. onye boni biada children's hospital and pani hono character ben habit ben gen ben attitude ben na kwada na fix it yeah fa no nto nchen wan hwa de ne bedane me mpese bedane mami tra wade wo busa medical doctor bia titiri won wasua de wa America na any wiase mu a doctor fo nyina yeah, what document me for the DSM, Diagnostic Statistical Manual.
Hey, when
now you want manual 1, you want manual 2, you want manual 3, you want 3-1 and 3-2, you want manual 4, 4-1 and 4-2, and then you want manual 5. Say you did try there. Mami fa unko school kakra. Time ewiase na atena through the American Psychiatric Council. Ewiase na in the 18th and the early 19th and the late 19th. What na ase ye ho adwene say ye person ye hwehwe enema hodo a emeni pa adwene ntimi nya adwuma no. What the shame say abaya Winifred ogina hoyi oye na adwene say opedache him adwo asanto a eya bodam. This is the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorder. This is the 5th edition. Now, the 1st edition, Neshem, say me, say no pen makato say me pen, Dr. Rakub Robeto. There's a papa mistake not in the toba. Mekata kata ben say the message did the twagrono. Me the puma we share to guru sa. What the power and they are shout through? DSM 1, 1952. When we are watching the Omshisha, I want to say, Yaria Makumaku 102, and a yabodam, a dam. Eti what you say, what the can who say? Say, Oba ya nadrin say, Oba ware Oba, Bema ya nadrin say, Oba ware Bema, what bodam? Na ewo America, psychiatric, diagnostics, statistical manual, na just what bodam? What we are wanting so may from a doctor for America say no. So we are baby now di bema to our what damn. We are ban out for cucumber and the raw basia what damn. 1952. And on my side about 2 say abodam no krano and increase. Yaria hodwa. And many patches say what bodam no and increase. America for na yeah. What was say? The thought of it, say Winifred Jinaway, and body trimukra say on one cassa Winifred, on fan the sign shine toa. Just a Winifred was bottom. On one cassa bano, so no. What was say? You want to afford you or say, oh, Jaria, or the suffer fan a tomb. The tunano hono of a children to say, yeah, there's a camera tray to take me. Camera tray, take me. Take me. Let me go down and do something. Okay, 1, take me. Jaria. And man, Jaria. Yeah, na. One more 2 years. Now, I him fear how. No one say, and now America, man, be a wa. One more we are more that chair. Could I what trusty Pentecost? I saw the when you radiated didn't cast. It's yeah, not the South and the true more. None else I could see now to Nabi. Now I say, a Pia Bacca, the far one there. Yeah, the film say, the grille. Diagnostic statistical manual. You try America for a try. When we see our background, I feel I don't suffer through Mana Huabano. I damn. A bedu 3 no and I'm quite nice say. Yan tias ye. I'm a friend be APA. And was start to say, oh, yeah, the day. ɛna wɔn tete so ɛde ba ya yehu de yɛ in the 70s yɛsi yɛyi saa deɛ no ato atwene aha ɛna wɔn tam yɛ ɛna wɔto twene yɛ I am telling you the history na me de wakwa akoduru baabi a yɛduru deɛ nti a kyenkyena atachi a wɔpɛ sɛ yɛ turumu no
Onua.
aya woka turumu a nkrɔfo sɛ disgusting yes may you so turumu because the act is disgusting.
Wani.
The third DSM-3. And omu saa de no edi film. Now, go ahead and bring that thing, let's read. For people to read and understand and get to know what we are saying. Look, if you are a presenter, if you are a journalist, don't sleep and wake up and go and bring newspapers and come and tell us nonsense. Research. What they buy and was it they wanted to find out why America for etimi yi saadi any film. Now watch this. I am reading. Well, bet me I can. Those of you on Facebook. This report was prepared by Ray Levy. Yida, you know you're silent.
Wani.
Nearly 50 years ago, LGBTQ, that time now I am my activists achieved what was called the greatest gay victory of the time, successfully pushing members of the American Psychiatric Association, APA, to remove the diagnosis of homosexuality from the official classification of mental illness, the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, by citing homosexuality as a mental illness. APA, American Psychiatric Association, and its members stigmatized LGBT plus people and non-normative sexualities and gender expressions. The classification, as the years-long effort was known, culminated in 1973. I've told you that 1973, and you film when in May, LGBT plus voices were heard at the annual APA conference, and later the APA Board of Trustees voted to remove homosexuality from the DSM. The change signaled to the country that there was not an inherent link between mental illness and homosexuality. For queer people growing for queer people growing into their adulthood, it can be difficult to understand just how much progress has been made towards socio-cultural acceptance of LGBT people. The classification of mental illness was born from the legacy of multiple systems of power. It was born from the legacy of multiple systems of power. I will come and explain it to you. The multiple systems of power, what it really means. The American legal system criminalized homosexual behavior. The American legal system criminalized homosexual behavior. Federal and state government had not codified protections for queer and trans people seeking employment and housing. And an instance or heteronormative gender roles stigmatized anyone who deviated from their roles as a woman or a man. Up or down. The person say 50 years ago. Na da wa America phone crack tell me say. Say Winifred di oba. Oyo oba yi wa bodam. E ya dwunum ya de. Say me won say Mr. Chukala akono. Eti say me gina hwe. Me be ma sore. Na mpese me di wura Mr. Chuku a ma bodam ma dwenye. Eti de si ye nyina ne say. DSM-1, DSM-2, DSM-3. DSM-3 no kwa yen from DSM-3-1. And wo yi film. And America for na beka mama yate ase say. Before DSM-3-1. Na America institutions no besi na. Ebinim wo ho anwadwene ye won say. Say oba be ware oba. Bema be ware bema. The state, the system cannot protect them. And ye me na me try Brofu wupa Google, ubehu nyame na me try America for na God in South Africa be on date no. Bring it back. Let them see the date. And now May 26, 2021. Tieni here. What Ghana how do you say? Who could be mato? Some kwasiade sa jimi no. Say no na wo utim sa wo be ya. Come on. Come on. Abofu.
We'll judge you.
Tieni here. For queer people growing into their adulthood, it can be difficult to understand just how much progress has been made towards socio-cultural acceptance of LGBT people. The classification of mental illness was born from the legacy of multiple systems of power. I've told you I've come to explain the multiple systems of power in America. The American legal system criminalized homosexual behavior. The American system criminalized that. All of a sudden, the same American government, let's see, we decriminalize gays and lesbians. In any case, how many states and America? One ajiatum so obanware bema. Obanware ba na bema nware bema. Adentin America for in engine to me ye. Ye no mama pressure. Ya nya careful aban we beji ade we ya to me do nyame. Opa fa say na ho. Asem we obi asro so beka. Me kwadwo smart me catch now. Me catch on the hair. Come on, take me, zoom me in. Let them look into my eyes. I am telling you, the pressure on Nanado's government, you have no idea. Me donyame. The pressure on Nanado, you have no idea. Look, I have been reading documents. I have been following issues. Me were classified documents. And that one, I would have to give it to our lawyer to go through and tell me, say, Captain, you can show this document on TV. Santesa can pay me the tomb. I have the most classified ever document in the world, including Ghana. But I can't put it there now. I will hand it over to our lawyers to go through and say that, yes, you can show it. Before, I will show it. Look, the pressure on Nanado, you have no idea. Now watch this. One will tweet now, Gabi tweeting, you know. Gabi Ocheda could tweet no tweeting, you know. And yet it was to save his cousin. Osha, dear. Abraham here, Sam George. Sam George, look, me, I am not a member of your party. I am a Ghanaian. And I love to be a Ghanaian than to belong to any of these useless political parties. And I salute you this morning, Sam George. Hey, baby, I will be a dear Sam George. Hey, say, what you necessarily sacrifice my salary, I'll give it to you. Sam George, if I have to sacrifice my salary
class captain
to give it to you, Nessa, what the tron chinam cra tetiare, what the feed you cramai cra, I'll give you my salary, I swear.
Captain. Ship moon so your captain.
You are the man. Look, let me clap for you.
Captain smart.
Sam George, you are the man. You got it. You are the man. Messi, majority no so say no. Aka honorable Okoboy. The only person hey, Okoboy, and Okoboy. Look, I was your campaign manager 2016. And you won the seat. I was your campaign manager 2020. And you lost. What you claim about some Sanam can quasem? When baby fee, wouldn't cry, hey, Okoboy when he's sitting. You know what we did? For Jimmy Trump, on the just answer, who now Wakakano, for saw her in a nimby. Hey, when. But look, honorable boy, because of a summer who can metro me, I will campaign for you 2024. Mark my words, me, I will campaign for you. Okay? I will use my strength, my energy, and my resources to campaign for you.
I shall protect the
Mark my words. You and Sam George, whatever it takes of a human being to help the fellow brother, I will do it.
Fellow Ghanaians.
Okay, boy, God bless you. Sam George, God bless you. Mumienu, you deserve to be promoted. What you say? Mami Chawadia, the pressure on this government. As of one, Mesrami Pentecost chairman. Papa, pressure and one another, so no, you have no idea.
Fellow Ghanaians.
Nanado pressure na about the swano. Started the very day he told the whole world. Bring that video. Bring that video. Put it on. Nanado video on the fatwa. And I will tell you when. Not this one. The baby or what can't say. Baby or what can't say. On the time there, same-sex marriage. Bema wari bema. Or ban wari or bano. On penino. That is when the troubles of this government started. Now listen to Nanado.
I've said this before, and let me in conclusion stress again that it will not be under the presidency of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. The same-sex marriage will be legal. The same-sex marriage will be legalized in Ghana. It will never happen in my time as president.
I shall protect the public purse.
I've said this before, and let me in conclusion stress again that it will not be under the presidency of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. The same-sex marriage will be legal. The same-sex marriage will be legalized in Ghana. It will never happen.
It will never. Adana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo biena no kasa same way pa.
Fellow Ghanaians.
And I brought for time so no show. Eya ne ye mia ne show akakra no wa yesterday. Ya ne ye mia ne show akakra no wa yesterday. But adia ba ko e wo wiase ese yete ase ne se Ghana mpanifo boje besia mo mfanye de ese mo de ye besia ya sha ase abodadaada no enye elections enye krono enye adwemfi enye beye enye pesaminkumya enye mende yere ho nyefe menya ka ntram na nkrofo mre minsi dan na nkrofo mre na besia ya sha ase eboye osagefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah de odisika ade ye no say ye koso ye ya kan nkrofo ntimi so president hwem look mo amunim empire bono me I will tell you the truth. Hey, what pa we share me atame? What pa pebasa me mfa ho? Wontimi nhwa me 3 days. Cause me my 10. Me na me yire kan ho 12. Me ma me papa kan 14. Wo jare, wo betima hwam 2 days.
Wani.
Wontimi hwa me. Etimi wo tame am mfa ho. Wo pemasa ma me mfa ho. Me I care about Ghana. I don't care about any other thing no. Now, tie the Nanado Kokan ye wo Ajazira no.
Fellow Ghanaians.
Enu na ma ye kwa besia pa ne de amayen. Pa ne de amayen. Beje grant euro bond. Ya gwa besia sama besia na bo finance minister yade. Me se besia e na abo papa ne friend sekeno for ata yade. Besia mapadi no on tiapo. Because obia nwumanim no to ho na so hwe nwumanim a o se medi nkwase asem.
Wani.
Ono an kasa nji ne hu ndi biom. We shekeno for ata kacha se me na mka kire wo. Ono an kasa hwa besia wa bona obia nwumanim na so de ba umia speech ne to ho a otimu se no medi nkwase asem. Ya adwenye na ma ne yare mo amosi na oyare yare bi na obewu na den da bi onwu ya adwenye wa bon kwase besia man kwase besia bon kwase yare
Wani.
Wa bon kwase besia man kwase besia bon kwase yare eti o hwa besia na wa bon anim din a na koma bon se peri on yare bia munja sanse hu na mo so mo keka no eye nkwase besia bon na eja ne nkwase yare what tie dia Nanado kan ya wa Jazeera bring that video. What you remember count deep secret to me?
Something you said a little earlier on about freedom of expression. So I want to ask you about what is happening in your country and homosexuality, for example, which I believe is illegal and it's punishable. I mean, why is homosexuality still illegal in your country?
These the social, cultural issues, if you like. I don't believe that in Ghana so far a sufficiently strong coalition has emerged, which is having that impact on public opinion that will say, change it. Let's then have a new paradigm in Ghana.
Is that something you would get behind?
I think that it is something that is bound to happen. And when that happens...
What's going to provoke...
Pause it! Pause it, Manenda. What do you pause it? Or say, on who said there's a strong public opinion. I sorry say, meaning that your president person just said, if there's a strong public opinion, which is so strong, say, homosexuality, LGBTQ, WQZMK, some question, alphabets na ya can't no. Say, a strong public opinion, be a sorry. And you only here. Obey James, Twaso.
New paradigm in Ghana.
Is that something you would get behind?
I think that it is something that is bound to happen. And when that happens,
what's going to provoke it? What's going to make...
So when there are 5 ways LGBTs. One to raise the topic of LGBTIQ, ZMMWCJ, that's their strategy number 1. But say, one more start to say, one more raise topic now. When you bring in culture, no slow. And you know, more person mo can want something to say me and person can want something no. Time be our best sorry no. Raise the issue of culture. Yen memu ha no. Be man di be mato. Be me di oba. Muja jimi no. Yen krom ha. Oba nware oba. Oba ware be ma. Onua. Womu slow so be raise the issues of culture. Onua. Number 2, womu slow so be raise the issues of therapy. The only person I'm trying to say, on him said ne to no. Ye didn't to sa. Ebe ye bo. Ora hosa bo say ne me free ne to ba. Na besin na he obi obeka cho akwa bi no free Kenya na o interview Sam George no wa bon. Mon kan tell say me say wa bon. Say wo to bia eduro bia ni ho ye pam woto ye twa woto ne de atare woto ne ya pam woto aboa besin na go to America and check so mu wo eduro wotu mu kwan ni bia brain a obetumi anom a woto betumi aka atwom a ebi ni ho eduro bia ni ase wotua kora woto nka ntwom nanka me pa obi a yedi ne to ama ne to kwan na bia na manjam kakaduro ne mesoa e de ewura wotum aboa toruwa nanka ho nanka be hu sa de wiase te kwa so animu ka yedi woto sa ma wotu no ma bia buran na manyam meko mesoa pa ne kakaduro na me de ewura wotum na ma bo pampers na ma ka to sa manne nanka ho nanka be hu sa yes eduro bi wo wiase Mr. Chise Barbaric, na Yesu sa no ye tre class ni ye ntua yen. Na se kura me yare ye mitua yen. Nyam kakaduro kakra na de ewura hoto. Mo ani so ayo hete. From no bokwa we yam sa. Bo sa wo wani so ada ho. Nyam me so kakra pa ni kakaduro de ewura wuturum. Next time what to wa besu anyansa. Dua. Eduro bia ni ho a wuturum kwan bia wonoma wuturum kwan ne beto abeka atwom ebi ni ho sa presenter na o interview Sam George no wa bon mo kan chese ye na nsam se ye nyina di wani na de na nyo no ofri Kenya wa bon chen bodua sikuro wa bon say the winim say dro ha we ye ve ye eduro bia ni ho ye twa woto o sise opina on the sene kura hwe ne sekura chen open agi eju pedia no hye chen we kura boba no the sene kura chen o dan kura ofom edro bia ni ho enti aya na LGBTQ one for wo sro So obeka say aduro ni ho. Ebema nkrofo bejaye. Yes, aduro ni ho. Point number 3. Any say obeka cho say womu sika na womu wono money laundry. Womu suro. They don't want to hear that. And it is true. LGBTI for womu sika no sika fi. Yet krom ha yesi ampe sika duro meboa. Na sika fi a woni ba bi efire ho na akwa akwaje. Womu sika point number 3. Womu sika no sika fi. Aya na womu pesa obe raise the issues of religion. Me pesa me busa Joe Biden ko Mecca na ko ka che Mecca for say womu nya gay. So what to be ko Mecca ko gina Mecca asase so. Mon kan che Joe Biden. Say onkwa Mecca any kata no ko gina ma bonten so. One parliament. Say me American president maba. Mecca for mama man ware ma na mema ware mema. Mabu adam. Mon kwa Mecca nko kan che Mecca say oba ware ba na be man ware be ma. Nipa Jimmy sa hwe mo asofo na modini Yesu ba no mahu Jimmy. Broni na the Bible bre wo no. Abraham oware Sarah oware Katura eno ne Hagar wo ye 3. Mo si polygamy bisa twehwe ne ho fa ne sika owo. Ko oware ma 5 kro betumi ahwe wo. Moti kroim say mo be ma bia ware 1 na be ma nkodi be ma to won say dem ani abre enye broni na ode Bible bra mo na no se di be ma to no. Hey, broni na ode Bible bra woti krom ha na wonim Bible ba na wonim Yankopon ye gu nsa kra se otwedi ampo ye kire wonsa ye ma wonsa na otam Bible bra wo Bible na ya de pa na nyame de fa no so de baaye sa kwa na ode Bible baaye no wakro se be ma ndi be ma to. Eti say ena broni no sa wabodam no de Bible no baaye na de ode baaye no so ye den a
Wani.
broni no de Bible bra no so wabodam na ade no ode bra no ye den a etumra esesa yete ase white as snow snow Ghana eda wa Bible mu white as snow ebi wa Ghana besin kwata kwana kwa hese nso to as snow ba galamsey ase wiem kra man snow nso 20 to
Wani.
na mo titi kram ha white as snow but thank God yenya asofo kram ha nanti to parliament me we no ba bo videos na to aso ma na me fa calls
Yadwene mu wo.
kwasa asem we him pa eniema ye mpene mani si kram ha ba ko ne se ye ma be wo je be ma na kodi be ma to ne ye chiwa ye be wow heavy so bi an kan che wa me kan che mon kan che Dr. Rakubro be se me se me peneto anopai on fa ne to mra me said the commission didn't to no one kaza kwato to pa we do we be wura ne trum next time to be sanyansa papa mpanifor ma me mpanifor mo krom ha mo ma me no papa no na tena ase enye mo wo mo ena mo ba be ka che yen se yen kodi yeto odwan and so what I say you want to give people rights to do wrong. You see, the rights we are preaching, you just want to see certain kind of rights. Now watch this. When him say, and cramming any ni da. I shall say America. Cramming any da they are cutting him. They be baba. One be you woman him. No one so catch all say. Woman here right. Na wo kraman bi wo fie kraman no ho ye ne fe nti ope wo kraman na by force sese wo jai wo kraman no na one ne kokoda kraman ne hia ne love nti se wa ma kraman ne kwan ankodi na wo da chese sese wa tra ne fa ahodie so nti me kraman tiger say na nka maja no na okodi Winfred sa right no eba what was I also say, ya won crofo a wo wo pe wa ye nkwada atotofin wa onua ya from pedophiles ade o mo kondo ansa akwada wadi be 3 years 5 years na papa penimu 65 no butu akwada keto so no wabu ni sisi agum opiai yete wasa na won so asore se yenso yakono eno no yenso ya right eno no se me di wo bucket wa no wa bodam ka me bo tu atete na mato atwene wa suatoruwa na wo so asori aba se won say alphabet no kwa na ko L G B when I started here T I and yade Q be so na yade plus. The plus means that it will not end. The yade bebre beka ho when him say ya wan krofo mu difunu. Are you aware say wan krofo a de be man ho aba na kono timi ba ne say nipa wu na ode ne kote ewura na say aboa ojai eti woti wasa na won so ayi wonti me pese me ni funu na eda o sisa opina me so me right no eti mumbie kwalebu mortuary na mumbie 37 mortuary na da manage girl bi hu pa wawu na matese oda kwalebu eti mumbie fridge nto na emu na ohwehwe aso wakwa yi asena wo ba yira no ohwehwe funu no sa na girl ni na wayi ato ho na wo de na to ambulance mu ade na kodifie na oni funu na da owia na wasan atam funu na to kam na wasan ade na beto fridge mu hey eno so ba when him say ya me no ka say wo kwa America ye wo mema wo say car mu film no wusie na wo spark car wutia so a zoom eno na so ne kwate kwasha na mframa no wusie no e fa no so fa de be ma ho a na ne ho aba are you aware nkwasiafo mo share sankrofo na throw book mato makanya wie when the book no bo $283 I bought that book to read. One see a friend postmodernity sexual activities. Postmodernity sexual activities. Ka na watono. Nti what you fear sa no aba me sa choose yes. Sa Land Cruiser o se ho. Land Cruiser no baby anwusie ni fa ba no e ho na oye me dofo. Ka na nsa ya wona oye ya o se ho. Pa cho spark ka na me pe smoke no. Aboa no, the be wura exhaust pipe nim. I'm from town. No, the wura na me start to spark no tim na pum. O sit asna wusie ni mra. Pum. En wusie ni ba sa otwekwa ni mu ana na ho aba. Na wa tofom se tim.
Hey. Wani.
And also you're right. Eba na betra Ghana ha meboa. Ade na ye plus. When him say there was one so wa wo mu hia ade a ebon ti say odwan wu akokwa wu aboa bi wu a pampan na etimi ma me nya cold no wo wote Ghana hey wo fototo no obi amutuom kra fa ho a na wanya kata
wani
wote kro yimi obi amutuom keke fa ho kra na wanya kata meboa ba wo se ade etimi ma wo ho ba de say ade a ebon ohia enti ebedru baby plus ne de baba be ka won say wudwan wu a wuntumi nkosie no because obi girl na da ho no wodwan ebe kakra no your friend postmodernity sexual activities. I have read that book. Postmodernity etite aha say kra na nka we na mbeka na last and wo ho no say I ne bia beka ho eye LGBTQIAAR. The other AAP. LGBTQIAAP. Mon fa raku bro be tru mumra me. Me ne be ko weekend. So it is increasing. Eti ya won krofo ade a wo pani ade abon. Eti se mi dwan ewu na me kwoto na twene a. No abeka chem se bi tietia ne fa ahodie so. Eti bi ntumi ntu odwan ne ntwene. Me ntwen na odwan ne nda me fie ho. Na onya be 3 days a all bon no. Na wa ba be fa de ko. When him say see ya me no ka say wo ko Scandinavian countries na ebinum boyfriend e your war. Are you aware? Some they have soft, obviously they have soft spot. Brofo tantan. I have soft spot for reptiles. I have soft spot for reptiles. And think Professor Dako Zoo or show was now I rent a snake no conifee. Now ya the snake no akọ banchire ni mu. Na snake ni di ni ti ewura oba na se. Na oba ne ho aba. Let me tell you the nonsense associated with this stupidity. Owo no wo ho no. Na ye kota anti-snake serum o se serum o se verum o se den. Na omu di gina ne nchen. Se owo no ye mistake na se okana. Immediately they are the one. Enti wu di wo ho. Na doctor gina ho no he wa ham. Aboa. Back at them say post-modernity. Enti oba no wo no kwura na se a. Na doctors ne zoologists ni na dimirika aben no. Adenti na woni obi da. Na the whole world must see your nakedness. If you are not a fool, if you are not stupid, if you are not mad, if you are not sick upstairs, why would you invite strangers to come and see your nakedness when you are making so-called love? Eti owono kwhye wase no ina dimirika ben adenti o say owono yi ni ti aba e ma no wade bi wo ma ham ye fa no strangles on say wo wi nam bia baby o ye fa no grew eye grew da bi e ma na ham won ti na ye mfa mmako ana say kakaduro engu oba ase no wodi gusu a na anane saade na ete say srade ma no kum akokọ a na oda ho chekakra wodi sekan bo akokọ no body ni say ya won say bibia ye tan e wo ho saade no wo ma left and right ho say wodi kakaduro gu ho a etimi nane kọ na wodi no ho wo mo say saade no eye connected and attracted to the clitoris. It is a one bar. It's a smell no any humanity. Or bet me a bite or by the clitoris. It is your band or one did it run a sepe. No what do you catch and chain? Said a bear one bar on to minka or by the clitoris. Ye chain near quadjis and quasia dear way at home. Manuswa Babedu has said, me baba, the boyfriend your war. The man and the Maquasrano.
God will judge you.
Meda na mekwa kwasra Sabe mase oyowo. Aha, Ewurade Nyankopon. Mon kan che Dr. Rakubro be so wo baba. Ye mu say do that time man nase oyowo. O betimi akwasra nase. Wodru fie ho na wo bokokoko, wo yire se da me wa adwuma mo na mo me kunu wo fie. Na me kunu ye owo. Aya agofuru na owo miewu.
We kurasi ni.
Are you people thinking, what is wrong with us? We are Africans, for Christ's sake. We've got culture.
Africa is rich and not poor.
Echina metwa woso on this post-modernity sexual activity. It is nothing but completely absurdity. Eye dam. Tomorrow, and I'm at your DSM, Diagnostic Statistical Manual. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Echina, I will take you into a deep story. Why they want Ghana, especially in the whole of West Africa, to accept gayism. When him say, "Wama promise you, man." Echina make a promise natural. Wama promise yen. Wama promise yen. Adia kakra kebi. Echina, and be say na nado. Yanko all night. Asofo na munimum paye bono. Monko all night. Na mo fa ni tinshap Jesu moja nim
Fellow Ghanaians.
na santisa me donya me modern sa pe same sex marriage na okan no enya nduru ho eno de sa bill ye wo parliament trust me e be di 2 years aban we ntimi pass bill ne da o pa fa say da ho aban we on ntimi pass anti-gay bill no Anti-LGBTQ no on timim passe sa bill ne da.
Wani.
Opa Brian Tunchia.
Onua.
Opa Brian Tunchia.
Yadwene mu wo.
Enti no. Aware na be ma be ware oba ne oba be ware oba no nya nduru ho kra wo.
Onua.
Na na do jampe gan no. Eti se wuni kube wo ukrom. Na o se me mo bia endi kuba anwa. Wo yare wo kube na mo woni bi na hwan na be na wonya bi adi ati say woni kube e wo krom na wo se mi krom ha me mo bi anya kube anwa coconut oil me mo bi anya bi na wa woni kube wo krom. How can you prepare coconut oil?
Onua.
Asana na do kan asechira no, you don't have coconut. Now see me krom ha me mo bia anya kube anwa. You don't have the coconut. So how can you do that? I mean, this is common sense. When you read the postmodernity sexual activities, you know the tricks. It is the anado kan no, it is just asofo na mo bo mo nsam na no, e nsem huru nsem mo na mo ye no. Because ye nyandru ho a bema be ware bema na oba be ware oba. It was an law statement. Statement a person president make it say
Fellow Ghanaians.
anything about LGBTQ in Ghana is criminal.
Fellow
Finito.
Ghanaians.
Monkancha president say oye bema pa he na na do me kumpreku demonstration wo hia na abusa no. Na me a small boy. Ask him what I did. At that age, akwara fia, ask him. Bisano Cape Coast time na me kuta ni nsuo Victoria Park no. Na mo amudidi di na chi na mo se mo ye mema no. Na mo he, where were you?
Wani.
Sana me hate na na do that time anka me kun no.
Hey.
What I say? Asama me pesa me ma wote ase ne ene se.
Uko school there ma you were class captain.
Se emre na ye wo mu no.
Ojai.
The person your president can say.
Fellow Ghanaians.
Anything. Say oba besi be oba pe. Bema besi bema pe. Bema be kwa kofo bema ebeche no. Oba be kofo oba ye beche no. Ye be hu say emma hie se wo pe wo ho. Emma hie se wo pe wo ho no. Criminal. Betia Ghana mra. Eno na president nka.
I shall protect the public.
And yes, me ma ba ne be ma nware wo me time there be woni kube wo ukrom. We ya den na okasa wo mo bia nya kube anwa. Hey. Asofo na asem na do kan mo processing ye.
I shall protect the public.
Woni kube wo ukrom. Woni television station. We se me ma presenter bia metra me fie. Eno a che say.
Ma ka ni ye kra.
O jampe ade no. Pressure and where you're president. Now, to be honest with you, over the weekend, I've been thinking about Nanado.
Fellow Ghanaians.
Over the weekend, I've been thinking about Nanado.
Fellow
The
Ghanaians.
pressure on my old man. There's so much pressure on him. GH, hold on. There's so much pressure on the man. So, Bianca, pressure from UK.
Ojai.
Nipo started pressure on your Australian High Commissioner.
Ojai.
On a started pressure. No.
Ojai.
Now, or draw international community towards that discussion. No, it's Australia and man and under pressure. What if I say, I make say, Tisanka, GBC, JBC, Japan Broadcasting Corporation. Do you know they are in this country? Are you aware they are in this country? Hey, William, they were at Ashama yesterday. Who probably Ashama for the country? Me were information brutal. Hey, but I am not too much na me choke. Are you aware they are here? Are you aware they are here?
And a football we were captain.
They are watching. Sir, America first of all, we are member. I'm going to Japan for say, Bema ndi Bema to. Our Japan. I don't know what to country China. China is part of G20. I don't know country China say China Bema nware Bema no ban ware Bema. I don't know what to country China.
Wani.
One more colors, no. They strategically picked red and yellow because of Ghana, but the academy can't. So, I will tell you, country be a representation. And what LG, when you say 10 be a day, letter back over can be a colorful from a Captain Smart. Anytime there's a new letter, there's a new color.
Listen to the king of morning shows.
Now, what do you, my main fact call by me and 5 be. Na sports for the class captain. Nyame ya adom na sports for the ba wie no mo kwa. Ye beto ade no so me ba me bo obi anka che me amese je ekufo akora na
Wani.
me kan wasem. Obi an mo na mane wo ben na ka kire no. Se ne wa wo de hye se ne obekan wasem. And then newspaper press review no shall say America was
Uko school there ma ya
Mon kan chedo ma hene say America na say man no pay.
Football mu ya wa captain.
Na abrante bi no ye evening show bi wo Metro TV ni ya fan say. Ya fan say. Paula Paula ya do mo kire. Paul America wasem.
Wani.
Ti baby awo bia na ready na ko tra TV no ho. Me am ni say wo hem Facebook dada.
Onua ma chi o.
Enti ka ho. Wo
Onua.
Paul America wasem.
Wani.
Meka do ma hena asem. Maka me message kufu asem.
Wani.
Me wia de aka no. Be de beto aso ansama po but ma me nka asem wo bia wo beje saa trumu na tomu no. Me do nyame wudi nchina ka wo dem. Wudi nchine pe wu. Me se wo bia wo support trumu no. E wo Ghana ha no. Se enchine ka wa no. Na nyame te ase. Wu. Abodam. Amen fa frefo no. Me ni awo tene kan maache.
Onua ma chi
Mejo
o.
so bra captain. Bidiade champion.